Hey guys, welcome to Cash Flow Catalyst, the free video training that I'm putting together for you. Really glad that you're here. We're going to go through some really awesome stuff that's going to be super helpful for maybe an idea that you have to launch a business or a business that you already have running. Either way, this is going to be great, something you can implement and start seeing results right away. So let's get right into it. So during this training, what I'm going to go over is how I made $3,200 in 9 days with one Facebook ad. That was a single image ad. Yes, literally one image made me $3,200 in just over a week. Plus, during this training, I'm actually going to go over my 3 secrets to quick profitability online, which is basically what I do every single time I'm going to launch a business online. I implement these secrets in everything I do, every business I have. So, super important thing quick before we get started into it. I really want you guys to stick around till the end because I'm going to be giving away my money printing blueprint, which is a checklist that I actually go through every time that I go to launch a business. So, or like a product online. So I want you guys to have this because it's super beneficial for me. It took like 5 years to put all this knowledge and information together. So it's a $300 value, but I'm obviously going to give it to you guys completely free. So just stick around to the end so you can get that proven system. All right, so at this point, you're probably asking, why the hell should I listen to this guy? And that's a great question. So here's me here. This is me in my cute little Hawaiian shirt or whatever. Anyways, my name is Vince. I am from Chicago, Illinois. And I've actually been an online marketer for over 7 years. And my journey in online marketing and entrepreneurship actually started early on when I was a freshman in high school. Actually, I was a sophomore. And my first venture was a sneaker event. So I actually created a sneaker event and rented out an event space. And I used Instagram to promote this event. So that was kind of my first touch. But it really started when I was a senior in high school and I started a clothing brand. And with that clothing brand, what I did was I actually garnered all the emails from the kids in my school. And that was my first touch in email marketing. But once I got out of school and graduated, I didn't have one-on-one access to a lot of these people, which is how I was able to generate a lot of my revenue at the time. And so that's kind of forced me into the digital marketing space and learning how to run paid advertising and generate traffic to a website and designing a great website and being able to build a compelling offer and bring people in and actually be able to generate real revenue online. So in my 7 years of starting businesses online, I've actually had 5 online businesses, and across all those, I've had a 7 times return on investment, return on my ad spend across all those businesses. So for every dollar I put into advertising, that means I was pulling $7 out. So not bad, huh? And during that time, I've also generated thousands of leads for high ticket products and services as well. So that's why you should trust me. So here's that number again, $3,200. And yes, I did it selling t-shirts. I used a drop shipping model. As you can see here, I kind of put a little graph or a little picture on there to show you guys what drop shipping is if you're not familiar. But essentially what I did was I found an online wholesale supplier of these t-shirts on AliExpress, and then I linked those products to my website. And I put them on the website at a markup of $25 where I was getting them at a cost of $9. And then I ran some Facebook ads, and in just 9 days, I was able to generate over 130 sales, and that was with only $429 in ad spend. So that comes out to be about an 8x return on ad spend over a 9-day period. And the crazy thing about that too is that was just like with fresh, cold traffic. So I did that without having any sort of without having any warm leads. I just created paying customers out of people that didn't know me at all. So for those of you that don't know what a single image ad is on Facebook, it's literally just this. It's a single image and then like just a basic caption and a call to action. So that's what it looks like. I'm sure you're very familiar. If you have Facebook, you've seen what this looks like, or maybe you've ran one yourself. And then this is the landing page style that I used for the shirts. It looked exactly like this. Instead, it was just a t-shirt, and simple as that. This is a basic Shopify template that's still pretty much exactly the same. So for the targeting on my Facebook ads, I actually broke things down into 5 ad sets. And if you don't know what an ad set is, essentially what an ad set is it's a target group. It's an audience that you create based on different psychographics, demographics, and like interests of people that you want to target. So what I did is I used narrowed interest. So what I did is I targeted people that I knew fit the graphic that was on the shirt based on what was on the shirt and their interests. And then it was a streetwear styled shirt, so I made sure that not only were they interested in that type of graphic, but they also had to be interested in a certain type of streetwear brand, such as Vans or Thrasher. That way, I knew that they would be intrigued by all aspects of my product offering. And I did a $50 daily budget. So basically, what that means is I was just spending $50 a day on Facebook ads for Facebook to place my ads in front of people. And I used the campaign budget optimization setting, or now it's called the advanced placement setting. But essentially, what that does is it will disperse your budget, your daily budget, to whatever ad set Facebook thinks is going to give you the best return on your ad spend. Okay, so I get it. This is all basic information. I haven't really revealed anything to you. You're probably asking, like, what is the secret? Like, how were you able to create $3,200 in 9 days with just like a single image ad and like a landing page? And how were you able to do this, generate thousands of leads and get people to trust you from behind the computer? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Well, all right, let's get right into this. But before we get into it, I want you to get your notebook out and a pen, because I want you to take notes on these 3 secrets, because these 3 things alone will make you thousands of dollars if you implement them correctly. All right, so the first secret is you got to start with an irresistible offer. So what does that mean? So if anyone here is familiar with Alex Hormozy talks about a Grand Slam offer in his book, $100 Million Offer. But essentially, what it means is to create an offer. What Alex says is he says to create an offer so good that the customer would feel stupid saying no. And obviously, that's way easier said than done. So let's get into how that's actually done. So first and foremost, we want to start with the end result in mind. And when I'm talking about the end result, I'm talking about the goal, the outcome that the customer expects and desires to get from using your product or service. So let's say, for example, you sell a weight loss program. Okay? So the end result, or the end goal of the customer, is to lose 10 pounds, right? Or maybe you're offering a service where you're actually going to train someone so that they can win races and run faster. So the end goal would be for them to run faster. Or maybe you're doing a business course where you're teaching people how to make $1 million. And the end goal for them would be to make $1 million. Or maybe you're teaching guys how to talk to girls, and the dream goal will be get more girls. So obviously the picture explains it very simply. They have this pain point, and they're stuck in this sad state where they're not living their dream life. And that line with the arrow represents you. And you are going to help them get to their dream goal, which is that picture with the lady with her feet kicked up on the beach, just loving life. All right. So the next step after we have stated and clarified what the dream outcome is, right? We need to add up the problem. So to add up the problems, essentially, we're going to go back to this dream outcome and look and say, from the time that someone buys our product, because if they buy it, they obviously have a need and they want that dream outcome, but they're not there yet, right? What problems and obstacles will these people face on the journey from buying to getting to their dream outcome? And I need you to make a list. And to just kind of give you some ideas, let's go back to the weight loss example. So maybe they're not motivated, right? That might be a problem. Or maybe they don't know what exercises to do. Or maybe they're just not motivated to do what they're supposed to do in order to hit their dream outcome. Okay, so we get this list of all the problems that they might incur on their journey to the dream outcome. And then once you have this list of problems, you're gonna make yourself into the solution. So how do you make yourself into the solution? So let's go back to the problem and understand that, okay, you're not motivated. Perfect. Well, we're going to send you an email every day with something inspiring that gets you up off your butt and gets you fired up and wanting to get in the gym. Well, you don't know what foods to eat? Great. We're going to give you a cheat sheet of all the foods that are um, appropriate for you to eat in order for you to obtain your goal. And it's going to give you your calorie counts based on weights. So you just solve the problem for them. And let's say, okay, you don't know which workouts. Well, perfect. We're actually going to offer you a weekly online training that's going to show you exactly what workouts you need to be doing in order to reach your goal. So you just turned their problems on the journey into solutions that make your offer more valuable. Okay, so now that we've done that and we have an understanding of all the different solutions that we're providing to our customer bundled into our offer, now we're going to price our offer based on value, not based on cost. And what do I mean by that? Like, obviously, for you to like create this training and sending them a daily email, like this is going to cost time, it's going to cost money, right? But we're not going to price it based on cost. We're again going to put ourselves into the mind of the customer, and we're going to understand how painful the problem is that we are solving for them, and think like, what value am I actually providing and what is this worth? And then you charge them based on your value, not based on what your, cost is. And this is important because this is how you're going to create large profit margins for yourself. And the thing is that you can charge 3, 4, 5 times more for the same thing, and customers are actually happier to buy it because the perceived likelihood that they're actually going to achieve the outcome is higher. So super important there. Okay. Now, on to the second secret. After we've built up the offer and we understand the solutions that we're solving, the secret number 2 is building in scarcity and urgency, right? So you built your offer, you got your stuff, your website up, and you're ready to go sell this thing. And you're gonna go to market. But we need people, you need to build in the scarcity and urgency. You need to stack them. And here's how we're going to do it. So for urgency, the way we create urgency is by having a deadline. Okay, so here's some words to kind of jog your brain a little bit. So like today only, or don't miss out, or this is the last chance, or there's only a few hours left, limited time. The deadline ends this winter. Hurry before you lose your chance, right? So it's just like this sense of like, okay, like it's a time bound thing. Like I don't have much time. I might miss out on the opportunity to get this solution that's going to help me get to my dream outcome, right? So urgency is super important. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stack that with scarcity. So here's how we do that. The way that we create scarcity is by limiting the availability of the offer. So how exactly do we limit the availability? Let's check out these examples here. So we see like we have some tickets, some coins, and a yoga class. So you see in the first example, it says with a little red dot next to it, like limited availability. That is simply communicating like, hey, there's not that many tickets available, and if you don't buy it right now, you might not ever get the chance again. So it creates that sense of urgency through like the idea of scarcity that, I might not get the chance to go see this concert. And then with the coins, same thing. Like you're a coin collector and this coin's super cool and it's extremely, they're getting really wild with their copy right here. Extremely limited availability. They're saying like, there's like 2 coins left. You need to call this number immediately if you want a chance to get this amazing gold coin. Okay. And same thing with the yoga class, right? So there's only 8 spots left. And if you want to harness your inner peace, you better make a decision quick, because if you don't, you're going to lose your chance, and then guess you'll just have to wait till the next thing comes around, right? So we're stacking the scarcity, right? We're limiting it to a certain number of units that can be sold. And we're keeping it on a deadline. So like, hey, there's only 10 spots available and the sale's only open till the end of next week. Or this price is only going to be available till the end of November. Then we're jacking it up, right? Create that sense of urgency for a limited time at this price for a limited time, or for today only, right? And there's only 10 spots available, right? So you stack these two things on top of each other, and it's super effective. All right, so secret number three, guys, is you just got to focus on one platform. So you might be asking, like, okay, why would I just focus on one platform? Well, I'm going to tell you. Here's the reason. Because you got to master reaching the right people first. Just getting the huge challenge for a lot of people is actually getting their ad in front of someone that is actually going to benefit from their product, right? And actually being able to communicate it with the right content to this person that gets them interested enough to like take the action of like visiting your website, right? So I think it's super important in my experience that I had to master, for me, it was Facebook ads. I mastered getting my content in front of the right people on Facebook, right? And I was able to generate some traffic, make some sales, and I scaled that up to a point where I'm like very confident once I figured out the formula, I was able to duplicate that in multiple different businesses with multiple different offers. And then once I had Facebook figured out, I could focus on other like learning how to like run TikTok ads and like what does that content look like? How do I make the short form? How do I put a Facebook or how do I put a Google ad out there? And what's search intent? And like starting to like build out, but I still had my initial Facebook knowledge, so I was still able to consistently make results while scaling into these like other platforms, right? So super important. Just focus on one platform, and they all are super effective. You got LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, right? Focus on one and get results. And then once you've got mastered getting results with that one channel, then move on and start scaling it up. But until then, you don't need to be worrying about being on every platform, okay? Because listen, guys, I've wasted a lot of time and money. I'm talking thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars trying to figure out this formula that I've just presented to you guys. And I know I just went over the basic level of it, but if you have taken notes and really truly listened, and you implement these things into a business that you're thinking about launching or your current business, I think it's going to be super effective for you. I think there's going to be a huge upside, and I think you're going to be really grateful that you did it. And like I said, I'm just giving you guys this value, and my goal is to, like this picture depicts, is to just help you guys not have to experience the pain from the obstacles that I went through over the last 5 years, and just let you guys breeze past that. All right, so I'm really grateful that you guys came in. I hope you got a ton of value, some great notes, and some stuff that you can implement to start making more money in your business today. After this video is complete, you'll be able to grab your blueprint and get to work. All right, guys, I'll see you later.